Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Hello, everyone. Right now, first thing I'm going to work on is I'm going to paint this a bit. I did a stream earlier today. No one's watching. We'll wait till somebody is here. Hello, Evan Reinhardt. My camera fell. All right. Plug in the air. And there we go. What was that comment? Hello, basement. I don't know who all is watching right now because it says 0 viewers. So that's good. No one's watching. Right now the plan is to. Earlier I streamed. I painted this a bit. I have to do the eyes and mouth, and then when Amanda's here, I'm gonna have her do the rest of it. Then this guy is ready to go, and it's done. After that, earlier today, I did a bit of sculpting and some kind of touch up on this that I foam filled yesterday. I'm gonna mold this guy right after this, so we've got that remolded, and we can keep making Grin clowns. So that is the agenda. Now it shows 1 viewer. New record. 1. I know Chris and Amanda are heading up here tonight. I know Devin's heading up here too. Nick said yesterday that he was heading up here. So we'll see who shows up. All right. Should not take very long at all. Comment. Rugged. All right, got the shares in now. Time to chill with the crew. How's it going, Justin? It's going good, man. Big spring scene. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Vic. How you doing? Alright. There's that. Gonna let that dry. Once Amanda's here, I will have her do the sewing on this. And then that will be done. Whoa. How's it going?
I'm here tonight. No need to send out Ghostbusters for me.
Yeah. As long as I don't have to look at children, I'm here. Please.
Alright.
How'd the mold turn out?
Turned out good. Got a bit of clay on it, but I did that earlier, so it's all dry by now. That spot's okay, but I cleaned up a lot of the crap that was on it, so when we remold it, it won't have all the bumps and stuff.
You mean I don't have to sit there and cut off all the pimples, the warts and shit?
Exactly. That is the goal.
Do you want me to paint this?
Huh? No.
That's
I have to
Devin.
wait. Yeah, I gotta wait for her. So. Alright. So let me get jobs lined up for everyone, and I will be back to mold this guy. So,
Hey, you got a whole bunch more. I hope that's normal color.
what?
Tonight.
No, it's not. That's
It's all the same
the
thing?
stuff I tried. Alright, so I just painted this thing's eyes and mouth, so once that dries, if you could use that'd be great, then this is done, and it's time to wipe it off. Yes. If you'll notice, there's a common felt on here. I bought the stuff to make it what's in my car. I drove the truck because I had to get that cabinet. So that is not here for here. So next time you're around, you will yeah.
It happens around this weekend, no. I'll be here.
Great. I also got more Vaseline. That's not it. That I got it in my house. Also in my car. I got a lot of things I was supposed to get. Is that the one? Is that the one in the house or is that the one? That's the one in the house.
You're not gonna get
I got a new one of these. Also in my car. It's kind of trying here, isn't it? We can work on it now. So we can work on convoys. So that's one positive. And then there's a few options over there that we need to work on too. So, yep. Hey.
I can trim math.
Oh,
So math.
what I really need done is these guys, we need to go through and choose what each one is. So like, this one is the hollow that I painted white. So this needs straps. And then we gotta choose.
Why didn't we put the teeth off?
Because that's what one is.
Oh, that's
They didn't want to.
Yeah.
Is that the
it's hard
phantom?
to- Yeah.
okay.
The other ones, we gotta
They
we're
would've
gonna
gone
find
without.
out how many are the yellow ones, and then we gotta strap those ones too. Like these won't take long to paint, but we gotta strap them first.
Right.
Let's get that stuff done. Let's get these strapped up too.
Yeah.
So
I believe one of those might go to those bodies.
you're probably right. I know we do have a thin body to make.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yes. And I didn't bring that stuff to either. I forgot it on the bench. So we're not working on that. So Chris, why don't you take? Does Amanda know how to do the straps?
No. I tried myself and he had to redo it anyway, so no.
It won't make.
Every time I did one, you had to redo it.
Okay.
I can work on the one so, or also that one once it dries, I can trim the rest of the mat to start with.
Yeah, I don't know.
These two up top for me to trim. And the ones in the throwing table over there. And this fucking middle. Those. What happened with the cat?
Okay. Can you open up the prisoner jumpsuit on your phone? I just need to see what on this is ripped up. I don't remember it.
I don't remember what that is.
Yeah, we need to try to find that out before I have
Do you know where the big
Nick work on it.
funny looking needle is? Cause this, what the hell happened to the tip?
I think I cut that down, or I made it sharper, so it would
Was
go
that the
through.
wide one or the one that flared out?
I don't know. I sharpened it at some point.
Okay.
Tried to.
Okay,
Okay.
question. You got a
Grab
hollow
your phone.
mask? You
Yeah,
got a
grab your phone. Oh.
hollow mask with longer straps. How much longer do we need to make?
He said I have a fat head, so just make it longer. That was his words, not
So do I
mine.
make it to fit one of those things?
I mean, the good thing about long straps is he can make it shorter if he wants to, by just cutting it down. So just make it, I don't know, half longer than we usually make it. That should be
Okay.
more than plenty.
So now we're taking.
Wrap it around my head and Nick's head
Just take
together.
it all the way around.
Yeah? Should be big enough, right?
To the one side.
Yeah, that'll be it. And then he can take it where
I got fucking.
Did you have some more food?
Well, I got it on my shoes, and now it looks like I permanently just committed a murder.
Yeah.
I also got it on my keys.
Nice!
So,
Oh, hello, have you seen Teddy? I got it on the everywhere. That's why I'm ordering a new one next year. Anybody need to order? Yes, I do. This will be my work one.
Necropons are waiting for either Hobby Lobby to open or my new other thing to product. I'm not sure. Last I saw it was under the air on top of that. The French coat is good. My mom is working on that, so I can do the psychotherapy jacket to that. I don't think that's really good. It might be, it's in that, I don't know. Crompton belt, that's going to be on a bar. The Grin is waiting on a strap, and then I'll be able to take that. Egg sack is waiting on the Crimson salt. The email comes out, there's something waiting for the salt. Power phantom, that's still underway with Loki.
which one?
Is that?
Right now, he's throwing haircut.
That's pretty much. Okay, so we're gonna trim that.
I'm looking for the
start
first
to take that down. Yep. And then I'll paint and board that, and then we're gonna repair it. Last bit, she's working on that right now, I think. That's what's on there. So we had to reach out.
You know, I understand that's not the right color, but I really don't hate the green.
Black on the straight jacket red. I don't think that's here yet. Colin dress, that's not here yet. Green palm, red, that needs strap. And then we paint that. Hollow, that needs strap. Paint that. Green palm, strap. That hollow, and then Colin tail coat. Black with white check. That's the back over there. Where that is here. Other farm home, and then where the body is the work side. With the floor.
I would have poured, where would I be?
Not according to that. Well, if you don't have a wire, Alright, so that's not getting everything. We do need to do the rest of this and make another one of these, even though I'm not going to paint them. Yeah, we'll do that when we run out of it.
Any other ideas for this week?
For the next pro.
Bring home the hair that was loose and I picked it up.
I used it for something.
The last
Can't
one?
remember what it was. The hemp cord, yeah.
No, is that the one that's still in the like spool?
Yeah.
Kind of. It's like a smaller kind of spool.
It's mildly fuzzy. It's not crazy ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I was looking for something big. The fuck is wrong with me? You're not big.
That's why you overlook it.
Oh. Hey, that's not accurate.
So open up our Facebook.
Wait. Ready? Yeah, it's accurate. You're up.
At least you got that on the camera as well.
You said something sarcastic.
I said at least you got that on square camera.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Go to
Got two more Grin over there, it's good.
and then go to hold on. Click on Hillbilly.
Okay. This comes down to just outside the
I'll
hole.
just give you the other one.
I was gonna say, because I saw a picture, I didn't actually see it.
Okay, when you're putting double and hollow are going to be a priority. We're
So
going
I'm gonna do them first before I do this.
sure. That way I can get,
Alright, so
that's
hold on there. Cups on our arms and legs, and then just tiny holes throughout the whole. All right, then just it's just slightly more. So you're not like chopping it off; it's just slightly more.
Okay.
All right.
Quick question.
Yep.
Double-ish. We do keep the ears, correct?
No, that gets cut off.
The
Gets
ears
cut
get-
off. Yep.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Then next time I won't concentrate on making sure they get poured right. Do the ears.
Okay, let's see. Good evening, everyone. Vic said, I ordered a straitjacket. Will you be painting on live? Yes, we will, most likely. Ramen said, hello. Hello, Ramen. Evan said, hello again. Hello. Ramen said, hi, Evan. Outbreak Haunted House said, hey. Hey, Outbreak. Ramen said, Justin, did Chris end up drawing in Photoshop from last night's stream? Yeah, he drew a hey gangster. It was pretty funny. I liked it. So, all right. I gotta do some touch up to this, and then we're going to mold it. So that brow is still pretty good. That's good. That's good. All right. Let's mold this guy. So, what's nice about this, as opposed to when we molded it last time. Last time when I sculpted it, it was on a head and had a head form, so I had to create a mold wall, and then our mold was odd kind of shaped. Now it lays flat on a table, which you can't see there. It lays totally flat, so now it should create a perfect kind of a bowl around it. So that should be a good thing. It'll make a really nice mold. So I'm going to put clay all around this and underneath it. Yeah?
You have extra scraps in there.
Do I have extra what?
Scraps.
No, they would be in that box.
We only have 2 scraps. Okay, so do the hollow. Do wherever is up first. Okay. Do that order and I can get more tomorrow. Okay. Good, it's not a Hobby Lobby thing?
Huh?
Is it good? It's not a Hobby Lobby thing?
Right, no.
Okay, Krampus would be number 2. Do you want Krampus done before a hollow or?
Yeah, just whatever's in order. Yep.
So I didn't watch that movie yet, but I'm going to watch it tonight.
Okay.
Um,
Good luck.
but yeah, but I looked at. I'm not a person who cares about spoilers. I know you said there wasn't a happy ending, so I looked, and it just they put him in a zoo. I can't.
I mean, I guess it's kind of a zoo.
That's what like he's in like a zoo enclosure and they're throwing rocks or something.
Yeah, it's just not a happy ending.
It's. I don't know if it's supposed to be a comedy or.
I guess it's like a dark comedy. I mean, it's Kevin Smith,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, no, I did definitely send the picture of the weird walrus suit to one of my friends for them to wake up to in the morning.
yeah,
I said was, why do you torture me like this?
I would probably say the same.
Yeah, I just sent him that and I said, fuck it, become walrus.
Be the walrus. Be the walrus.
Oh, how was it to pull the ice cream yesterday?
Easy.
I was worried, did I let too much of it, or did I have that actually upside down?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was upside down 2 days ago, and then I took it yesterday after it had drained for a whole day and was still kind of wet. I threw it in there.
Okay.
So
So maybe that's what we might need to just do is let it grow one night, drain one night, and then dry the next.
yeah,
It's a 3-day process.
yeah, that works for me.
As long as they don't become a chaotic order, that would be a fine way of doing it.
Well, if it is, we will make more molds.
Right.
gotta use a knife.
It's a nice one.
I'm just using my knuckles.
Yeah. That's the fun of it.
Exactly.
Let's see. So we should all make our own versions of the Hey Gangster, then share it to each other, and then we can be the Hey Gangsters. Nice.
Okay, before I mess up, it's all the teeth are just all of this is gone, right?
Except for right from that tooth over and from that
Okay,
tooth
so the
over.
last section leaves? Okay. But the rest of them,
Yep.
they become individuals?
Yes.
Okay. I've never done this math.
You're good. It's cool to everyone. But hey, we gangsters now because of it. Just joined. What did I miss? Not much, Ted. I am molding a mask right now. Actually, right now I am making a clay wall. Bring this down so you should see it. We should talk about the rooms you guys will be redesigning or building new this year. We can. We are on a tight budget. So we are redoing the courtyard, and we will be adding elements like bodies to a lot of rooms. We're adding egg sacs and all that stuff into the reception room. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff outside in our line, and we are going to be changing our morgue and the clown room and the freezers. And then we'll see what else happens. It's all about time and money. Those two things kind of rule the world. It is much softer than the other. Got a couple of holes where the mask isn't totally flat, so I'm just kind of filling those in. All around this. That doesn't become a problem. clay portion is done. Take this back over to the shelf. I'm gonna check comments as I clean buckets.
You want me to read them for you?
So much for one, keeping that nice clean bucket.
You want me to read comments since Devin's not here?
No, it's alright. Should be here pretty soon. Alright. Devin said, "Hey dummy, is anyone moderating comments?" No, not really. Devin and no.
I can.
I'm on my way to. I think she's here right now. She's on the way. So, Sam Haim Propwork said, "Hello hunters, how goes the project? Very good. We're about to mold a mask." Devin slacking. Oh, cool. You'll have to tell us about it. So I've never been able to go to Haunted Hills before, and I'm debating if I should just experience it first or work there as a part of the haunt. Which do you think would be best for my first time? That's totally up to you. I mean, it's a different experience either way. In my opinion, I'd say experience it first so you can get the feel before you go to work there. Sam Haynes said, "Sounds like someone off camera has a peg leg." No, that's Nick ripping up some costumes. So you're not allowed to work there, and that annoys you. So Ramen Noodles has an Ichiban. Need to clean the workshop, Jesus. Or clean it then, Devin. And watch comments. You were a haunter, then added productions. Did you self-teach yourself how to make masks and stuff? Or brought aboard some experienced people in the beginning? No, so that question was from Ted Walker. No, I watched videos on YouTube, looked up anything that I needed to know, and I keep learning it every day. So, and then I teach my crew. So then he said, comments is the Wild West right now. Nice. We're going to reel that in. All right, I got to clean a bucket, and then I will be right back.
Quick overlook. Hard to speak on that one.
Looks pretty good. We always kind of look this way at the teeth, but they look pretty good. Looks like she got it pretty well.
I got a couple of
Yeah, that looks pretty good though. Yeah, no, that looks really good. Apart from that, we just have to chop up the horns, which you'll chop. It's like cutting around that edge thin. Right?
Okay, do it that edge.
Yeah, so leave that, but
Okay.
cut that, okay?
Oh, okay.
And then strap it. 2 buckets of water for 2 batches of plastic.
I like it.
Yeah. What's your plan on the floor? Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna take care of tomorrow. Tuesday to Wednesday, you're not busy, bro. You need some help.
Yeah. What times?
What's that?
What times? I know Tuesday, I got a lot of driving to do. I gotta pick up a bunch of dress pants and tops from this place out in Maryland. I'll see what day Joe's off and we can help you out. It'll be usually home around 3:30. He was working all day today. At home, yeah, he was outside. And I were hanging up some gutters.
Been done?
Yeah. They got all messed up a couple of years ago when a tree actually fucking fell on the house. Screwed up. They got it all fucking stuff. No, we didn't have that happen. We were afraid it did, but luckily it didn't. Yeah. That's how it did.
I'll just stop by, dude. I'm going home. Just stop by. You know?
Yeah, I forgot to grab it. For one, I already have experience working with troubled children and adults, and I worked for the state, and I have a bachelor's in criminology and sociology, so I'm way more fucking qualified than every other person that walks in here. Do what?
They tried so hard. I needed help. So not thinking, I put in chat, I said, tell Justin that I need help outside. And then I was like, wait, that's not how that works. So they all put in chat, help, Kevin needs help. They try. I appreciate you guys trying to help me, but it didn't work. But it's okay. I'm here and I'm alive. I had my arms full. I couldn't see and I was falling over shit, but I
Jacob
figured
said
it
that
out.
he got fucked up.
Got his whole arm was ripped open.
Jacob is?
Yeah, his whole arm was scratched to shit.
Oh, I was talking about. Jacob said that Trevor got messed up.
Oh, that's funny.
Pretty sure he said something about that.
What?
That Trevor had to go into like protective shit. It might be kind of. I mean, we did it yesterday.
Yeah, probably because he's a fucking asshole.
That's what we said when he
People like him going to work in a place like that.
Oh.
Which, I mean, to be fair, I don't know how Jacob works there.
I know exactly how Jacob works.
Jacob's smart. Jacob's not gonna walk up to fucking Latin King and go, "Hey, bitch, get on your knees." Absolutely, but also we're not.
Especially on blackout night, man. Here's a hot dog. Here.
Oh, I got donuts for science, so we can see if they were plastic.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
What are you gonna do? Try to burn it or something?
Earlier, I did kill a wasp with a lighter, and then with a grill.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I was trying to cook, and this
It's
big
not
like.
energy.
You do grill out here.
It's white lemonade. It's just lemonade.
Earlier,
There's a cute little bear on it.
I was grilling, and I was.
It only
using
has
a lighter to fucking light it, and this like mahogany wasp flies
35
on
grams
fucking-
of sugar per
on the
container.
grill, so I'm like, usually I'd use like my hat and just hit it and kill it. Well, I didn't have my hat on, so I took the lighter and just I burned the fucking
These,
wasp.
on the other
It started
hand,
flapping
have
shit and flew in. It crawled away in the
26
grill, and I was
grams of
thinking, that's
sugar
the worst spot to
per
get. You might
container.
get the
Oh,
worst
it's
one.
less
Rip the grill up.
in the
It
can.
didn't fly out.
I don't know. We'll figure it out. I don't like that it's talking to my chest. Haunt pages. Hi, I'm a walking advertisement sign. Nice to see you guys. They're literally just staring at my tits. So glad it's all underage children.
Well, they were turning it out the other night.
I'm gonna get this in the truck.
Maybe. Bye guys.
Bye.
Not right now.
Might eat them all before you can
That's okay. Are they still
tastes like donuts.
Yeah, but you said that with the last one. Okay, I've got water, got plaster, I've got my burlap, and you start mixing plaster.
This is super loud.
After I find gloves.
Hey, look, I fixed it. Good job. I fixed that loud noise. I could hear it on the live stream. It's not about to be last night. Someone asked a question earlier. I forgot who it was. I'll put it back down.
You are done. Try to make sure that the camera's
I will.
on that. That means.
It was... Fuck. Whoever ordered a straight jacket, someone said it was...
He said he ordered a straight jacket and asked if we would be
Yeah, did you answer that question?
painting it online. Yeah.
Oh.
He said, yeah, probably.
$35 grams more than necessary. You're not wrong. Doesn't take much. Okay, now back to staring at my tits, I guess.
Hey, Chris, can you do me a favor? Just grab me a brush. I forgot to grab that in my preparations. Thank you. So probably next weekend, if not sometime this week, will be sculpting day, where I plan to sculpt the ears for the corn man, as well as, I think what I'll probably do instead of just sculpting ears is I'll sculpt a goblin that has ears, and then I can take those ears off for the corn man, but then I also have a goblin mask because that's on my list. So that's what I'll probably do. But I have to sculpt that, and I have to sculpt a Grin mask, but a girl version of the Grin mask. So that's going to be happening, and then there'll be more molding and stuff, which means I'll probably have to make a trip out to Illinois to get more plastic.
What are you gonna do to make it a girl mask? Like, what features are you gonna change?
Well, I've got that head form, which is already much tinier than a male head, at least. So that's a start. The chin and cheekbones will be much less prominent. Everything is just going to get cuter, and the chin and jaw are a big thing. It'll be more kind of narrow.
Yeah.
And the cheeks will be more.
We'll give it tits.
No, that's not how I'm gonna make it a girl.
On the forehead.
Just put eyelashes on it, and there you go. The Disney method.
Yeah.
Don't let me forget, I have to take one of the, I do mask with the rubber mace.
Oh.
I have to take one of those to the house so we can put them on the website.
Okay.
And then I can bring them back.
You don't have to bring them back. They could stay at the house.
Yeah, okay.
Fine with me. It's up to Shannon if she doesn't want them in the house.
No, she said she wants them on the house, in the house.
So what's your plan tonight?
Me?
Yeah.
What is the saying? Something taking names? Something and taking names?
Kicking ass and taking names?
Yeah, that's my plan for tonight, is to kick ass and take names.
Okay, well, can the asses you kick, can they be costumes?
Maybe.
Por favore?
We'll see where it takes us. There's an actual question. Maybe. He said, dude, a goblin is one of the sliding characters I'm making for this coming season, and he might just be a favorite. I got a buddy who custom makes really great masks, so I'll talk to him.
That's awesome.
What do I do? Check the sugar. What am I checking the sugar on? I don't know.
One of my friends works in a research lab, like with lab mice and stuff. And I asked him if he would euthanize me with mouse drugs. And he goes, fun fact, we use ketamine for that. And I'm like, please.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you euthanize me with mouse drugs, please? I vote yes.
It didn't work on Steve-O.
No, and he's like famous and shit.
You're right, because famous people never overdose.
No.
No.
Sometimes, but he's a not sometimes. Why is this slamming so bad? I feel like it was not this bad before.
Stephen Wilker.
That's funny. I was literally staring at the fucking lives and all this shit, and I was like, wow, all that needs to go in the garbage. It's making me very upset.
Did you bring the gloves that I had on the counter?
The gloves?
The gloves that I had on the bench by the front door.
Probably not.
White pine gloves.
I don't think so.
Did you bring the ball?
Yes. Oh, you're gonna see my armpits. I shaved for them. Is this garbage? Garbage? Garbage?
Not garbage.
Garbage?
not coated.
Carolyn. Wait, why are there sponges?
What?
Why are there sponges? There's
Probably
sponges
from the
here?
nurse that was, no, it's mixed in with the blood, man.
I thought it turned to hair.
It's cold. Alright, so I'm getting close to the right amount of plaster. Molding.
So they posted it's Fear Factory in South City. They posted their contingency plan for like different levels of risk.
Now what's their plan?
I did look at it, download it
Here's how I
even
feel.
later.
If Walmart's not closed and hasn't been,
Well, no, their idea is to be open, but like depending on what the situation is at that time, like what they have different contingency plans for, depending on how the situation is.
I've got one plan. Well, yeah, I mean that's the base. That's the part that's not going to move.
Right. Well, I'll look it over and I don't know what they say.
I already told you what my plan was.
We're fired.
Okay. So, what are we holding? Oh, did you film it?
So batch one of plaster is done.
Pulling it from the right.
Yeah, I kind of touched it up in a few places.
That should be interesting. Now, is that the same size as the normal one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like it's a little more pressed in there.
Well, because it's not hanging off. Once it's strapped on a face, it's able to do it like that.
I guess after we do that, we can go out there and
Just have Chris help you.
I have an idea for a little, what we can do. Possibly to build it in.
on that bottom shelf.
I can get the plate, I'll show you.
And use that for the glass. So you can always see this. You can put on with glass. So
Alright, so I mixed it for a minute. Now I'm going to wait and just kind of agitate it for about 30 seconds. And what this does is it makes all air bubbles that are maybe trapped inside rise to the top. And I'm just kind
It did. It really did look like
of
it.
shaking the bucket.
Yeah. I still don't know what was making it noise.
30 seconds. Now I'm going to let it sit for 30 seconds. Thank you. That's copyrighted music. Alright. So, I'm going to start applying plaster. This is not rocket appliances. This is putting plaster on a mold.
Is there a reason you have the yellow and blue buckets in here?
Because I was molding shit yesterday. You can take
Can I
them
take
out.
them out?
Yeah. Do something like this.
Yeah, that's an extra.
See what you do.
No.
Think we do the one character.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Rooster?
Yeah. So you can hop into it, or I can.
Yeah.
Julian said you guys should get one of those phone tripods. Yeah, we've been trying. We just can't find the right one.
Hobby Lobby is closed. Or, sorry.
Yeah.
Best
we
Buy is
did,
closed,
but we just
so
need to get
there's
Okay.
nowhere that has them available right
See,
now
that's one that he tried.
for me to purchase. But I would love to get one, and I plan to as soon as I am able. Our mall is opening on Tuesday, so hopefully hopefully other stuff is opening pretty soon, and I can try to get some stuff.
Eden Circle said the bodies in the back look amazing.
Thank you.
Brenda said it's Stefan.
So my first impression here is that the latex is making the plaster dry much quicker than the clay normally does. Everything I'm doing from theory, not experience. I've made molds. I've made a lot of molds.
Yeah, I was uploading.
I've never molded a foam latex piece. You guys still need the blood out?
Where does the bucket of blood go?
I'm not sure. You can probably just put it behind those guys.
Up there.
No, well, as long as both of those fit, you can put the bucket up there, but the bottle goes up there.
Yes.
Sure. It can work.
Usually it fits. That's why I always have it.
Um, 66ZDog66 says, Justin, question about your storyline at the haunt. The detailing and sets you do make it seem like the hospital has been abandoned for years, yet the actors seem like their characters are supposed to be living as patients in the hospital. So are they supposed to be ghosts or people just left in their rooms in the facility?
That is a great point. And that is something that has challenged me for a long time. Because you're right. I want this to be taking place in World War II. but at the same time, I want to create a creepy environment that is abandoned. So I think there are some things in haunted houses that you don't have to explain, and you just let them be. If you spend too much time worrying about every tiny little element, you'll never make it work. So what we have right now is a culmination of trying a lot of stuff. I've wrestled with that for a long time. We tried previously the more clean, not abandoned looking rooms, and it didn't really work. So instead, what I try to kind of go for is, it's been closed for a while. I don't know exactly how long, but at the same time, it was not very well upkept when it was open. So it's been closed long enough that bodies are rotting, and patients have made themselves at home, but not so long that they're all dead.
Okay, where do you want your cabinet
I don't know. Just for right now, just throw it in some room.
at? Put it in a room.
Yeah, that's kind of what we're doing because we're out of prop storage.
We're on a what?
Places to keep shit.
Alright.
But that's a great question. But I can tell you that in our tale, the building closed, or the riot happened. At least that's what we used to have happen, as we are evolving our tale moving forward. But that is something new that we haven't released yet, so that'll be coming soon. But our building was abandoned by our doctors and locked down in October of 1943.
He was holding me up with his hands. He was like holding me up like this.
Like a baby?
I know, but I was
And
sitting
then
next to
in
him.
our
So he
tale,
just
if you
moved.
kind of
Like,
followed
his
everything,
head was there.
like our
He let go with me, like,
our Valentine's haunts and all of that,
me mad.
you know that Mr. Grin, who is our killer,
My nose is broken.
um,
I don't think it's broken, but
is here and alive in 1955. So all of our patients and everything
Unfortunate.
had died by 1955, leaving only Mr. Grin here in a completely abandoned kind of building.
Like, my wisdom teeth taken out, like, fucking, like, 230 or dental. Just second.
William said share to his Facebook, haunch the thing out.
Huh?
William said share to Facebook and haunch the thing out.
Thank you.
And Circle said, what oven do you guys use when making a latex mask?
None. When you make a latex mask, you don't have to use an oven at all. When you make a foam latex mask, you have to use an oven. That's mostly why we don't use a foam latex mask. I'm a mask maker and a monster maker. I'm not a baker. And when we were making our appliances, we were looking into making latex appliances, and it started talking about, you could screw it up if you don't have a temperature right, or it could rise and then it could fall, and there's just all these things. And I said, this sounds like a really hard process that I don't know if I could teach someone to do. And if I can't teach someone else to do it, and it's a process that I have to mass produce, then I don't really want to do it. So, at least right now, we're not in a place to make foam latex appliances. That's why we make them out, that's another reason why we make them out of silicone.
That's my nurse recommendation. Yeah, I made it worse on Saturday. Julian said, are you pulling the master from the mold tonight? I've never casted a foam master, so I want to see how it works.
Yes, that's my plan.
Ted Walker said, are you currently working on a master prop head?
So what I'm making right now is I'm remolding a foam master from a mask I already made. So when you make a mold out of plaster, it's a powder that has turned into a rock using water through a chemical reaction. And through that, every time you pull a mask, you get a small amount of plaster that kind of is removed from your mold. And over time, your mold is actually damaged to a point where, as an artist and as a creator, I don't want anyone to buy those products. We've made about, I would say we've gotten probably around 50 pools out of our Grin mold, if not more. So it's time to make a new mold because it's at a point where it's not repairable. So I need to make a new mold. So what I did was I made a mask out of our mold. Hey, bro, you're flipping shit on my mold. I need you to not do that, please. I made a mask out of our mold. I cleaned it up as much as I could. Any knots or bubbles and crap like that were on there, I chopped off. I patched them. I made as close to a perfect and clean mask as I could. I foam filled it. That's what I did last night. And now I am remolding that. And this will allow us to make another about 50 masks out of our mold. But anyone who makes masks, they use this same process. I learned this from Ed Edmonds because I had that question also about how when you make a giant monster and they have pieces that they've had for 30 years or more, how can you have a plaster mold that's lasted that long when you've made hundreds of pieces? To me, it's just not adding up that their process of making molds is that much better than mine. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So I asked them at a trade show, and they explained the process of making a foam master, which I've recently learned from Alan Hops is also called a buck.
66ZDog66 said, thanks for the answer. The sets do look great, and the show seems to come together with the story you've put together. Best of luck this year.
Thank you.
Christian Olsen's here. He said hi.
Hey, Christian. Nice to hear from you.
You see a spare necro nurse?
A
setup?
spare?
Yeah.
Might as well, yeah, just in case. So I'm just adding plaster until we hit a point where my plaster is more kicked, and I can start to really build up a lot of my thickness. What I like right now is that a lot of my detail in this is not there anymore, which means my bottom layer of plaster is capturing everything that I need it to. I'm just adding plaster and adding plaster. If you notice, I'm not touching the sculpture at all. Granted, it's not a sculpture, but I'm not touching the plaster because I want to add plaster and add plaster. I never want to take away any plaster. Underneath all of this, there's a layer of plaster that's in kind of a jello kind of state. So if I was to paint this, I would get a bunch of brush marks in my mold. So you don't want to do that. That's why I'm just kind of wiggling my brush and letting the plaster kind of fall on the mold. And it takes care of itself. Gravity is doing a lot of work here.
Look at my copay. Jesus Christ. Julian said, are you using Hydrocal?
No, I'm using pottery plaster #1. That's what I use in all my molds.
Ted Walker said, what mask character are you currently remolding? And Rugged said he's remolding the Grin Clown mask.
That's correct.
And Ted Walker said, great, I just ordered the Grin Clown last week. I wonder, would my clown be made with a new mold or if it was made already?
I've got about 3 of them that are poured. That were poured before the mold was in a really bad place because we poured a lot of masks in preparation of Transworld, so that we would have a whole bunch already prepped to make orders really fast. And we haven't ran through all those yet because those masks are the ones that made my mold where I have to remold it. So I've got about 3 of those left, and then we'll be using this new mold. So as long as this mold turns out well, which, like I explained earlier, this is all made in theory. I have no idea if I'm doing this correctly. I am doing what I tell everyone that all the time.
I'm not doubting you.
On my channel, what you get as opposed to other channels is a guy that is learning how to do haunted houses. So the information might change because I learned something new, and I'm going to share that with you. If you watch old vlogs, there's crap in there that I talk about and that I learned did not work. One of my first projects, and like our first vlogs, were me making a mausoleum.
I remember that. I watched that.
And that mausoleum, I never used it because I used a product on it that I did not use right, and the product was not adhering to our foam how I thought it would and how I needed it to. So I ended up never using that. It actually, I'm pretty sure it is in my backyard.
I'm pretty sure we destroyed
Even
it.
still, that's
Didn't we
possible
light it on
too.
fire recently?
I don't know. I don't think we got to that one.
Oh, okay.
We did light a lot of old stuff on fire.
I think it's still there, isn't it?
We've
might
been
be.
burning stuff slowly.
Yeah, we've been cleaning out, like, we burned a lot of our church. I think there's about 1 wall left. So my plaster is starting to get kind of thicker, and it's starting to cover up more of my mold. The detail is really starting to hide. So like all my brow is now all gone, which is really good. And my mouth is closing. One place that this is going to create a problem is underneath here, where I'm going to I have a layer of plaster on it, but I'm going to have to work that in with my hands when I reach that point. If you notice, I blow on my mold. What I'm doing is breaking air pockets without having to touch them. I'm not blowing hard enough to create like an indent, just enough to pop that so that it won't create a weak spot in my mold. So I'm almost at the point where I'm going to start troweling this on instead of using this brush.
Julian said Wobder.
Wobder. What is Wobder? Never met him.
Oh, it's because Ted said, instead of saying, I wonder would my clown be made with a new mold or if it was made already, he said, I wobbed her, but I just said wonder, so I assume that's what he meant. So Julian said, wobbed her. Scott Cretan said, hey Justin, that egg pod turned out phenomenal, nice work.
Thank you.
Julian said, so would you just destroy the original Grin mold or keep it?
I'm going to use a sledgehammer and destroy it. Why? Because I'm going to throw it away, and I don't want a piece of my work to be available for crazy people to try to steal.
I love you, Anna. You like my mask? Thanks. I got it from Mother Hill because the one that Mana made for me is in my clean clothes because I did laundry and I decided to clean the mask because I figured that would be smart. You know, you're supposed to do that, right? Like wash.
You're supposed to put
These.
it in.
Ow! What?
You're supposed to put it in boiling water every time you use it.
Oh. Well, I washed it in the washer, so hopefully that's okay.
That's probably fine. I think it'll be fine enough.
And then my mommy folded it and put it in my clothes for me because my mommy doesn't have a job right now, so she likes to do my laundry because it makes her feel important. And it gives her something to do, and so she did my laundry, and then now it's sitting in a basket in my room because I don't like putting my laundry away. And so I've been using this one, and the reason why I'm wearing it right now is because I'm sweeping. See, isn't that so much cleaner? And I'm allergic to dust. That's the whole point of this story. Hi. Welcome to my life.
So yeah, I am going to break my mold because I don't want to sound crazy. But kind of think what would have happened if Rick Baker would have thrown away a mold from American Werewolf and someone happened to find it and keep it. And then he had serious problems today. I'm not saying I am Rick Baker, but who knows?
That was on our floor. I just sweeped like 4 days ago.
Okay, so this brush is at a point where it's dead. So there it goes.
My brush.
Now it's time to work with the hand.
Your hand.
Just a little closer. I'll start.
Is it better? Does it look cleaner on the
Sure,
vlog? That's. I can't. No, my. Is it cleaner? I think so. I'm trying. Well, I can just look at my phone. I'm an idiot. Stupid.
Brain falling out disease.
Fuck you! You weren't even here for that.
I was here.
Were you?
Yes.
No one ever noticed.
Because everybody was making fun of you afterwards.
Anna said, "I'll steal your mold, Justin," and then she said, "Yuck," at the pile of dirt that I cleaned up. And then she said, "Yes." Rogan said, "Sure, yeah, it's cleaner." Okay, I'll go fuck myself. I need to clean that section, but I can't. I have little arms.
Are you the T-Rex from
No, because I don't have a big head. Technically, my head is too small. That's why it's falling out.
I have an idea already.
What am I supposed to do with all this junky junk?
Yeah, what is this for? Why is there a bucket of like latex pieces?
To make like organs and stuff, like testing. But what am I supposed to do with all this?
Keep it
But where am I supposed to put it?
in that bucket.
I know, but it's full!
Put a lid on it.
Oh my fucking fuck!
Stop swearing. There's 13-year-old kids watching.
Suck my cock.
Remember? Oh, now it's okay because Devin says.
I think at this point, I think it's a little too late after you were double finger banging taints last night.
What?
I don't think that was last
Or the
night.
night before, whatever. I don't know. The days don't
Days aren't real anymore.
Yeah.
I was just performing a proper rectal exam.
Shut up.
Because by the time that abomination arrives, that's probably
Put that on top. And it's still just going to keep running down. And I am being careful because my sculpture is right there.
Take that. Ha! I'm gonna write on it. Motherfucker, Jacob! I told him to put the marker back when he was done using it.
Your boyfriend.
Chris puts it back when he's done using it. He's a smart man. 'Cause next time when he's like, "Where's the marker?" He goes, "Oh, it's in the cup." Right
How
where
does
I
the
left
plaster
it.
feel? I kind of want to stick my hand in it.
You
Warm.
can do that, but it's not warm right now.
It gets.
It's not at that point yet.
It doesn't feel as good as you would think it feels.
Because it looks like it would be really satisfying to stick my hand in it.
It isn't quite as satisfying as you would imagine. It's kind of gritty.
Like,
She's speaking from a taste perspective. I'm not kidding.
I wish you was. What am I doing? Latex now?
meringue. Like,
Is it like meringue? No, it's not citrusy at all.
No, there's a texture.
I've never had boomerang.
Go try some chalk. You'll see exactly what it
I've
is.
eaten tons of chalk in my life. Yeah, it's about the same.
See?
There we go. Is that good? Latex scraps. Clean, 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 nice and clean. All clean. Haha. Yes, I do. Or else he doesn't get his PBJs cut in half. Literally, you don't even know how fast this room gets dirty. It's because, like I was trying to explain to Mr. Hutchins, did you just do that on purpose?
Who are you talking to?
I was literally just talking about how fast it takes for this room to get dirty, and you threw plaster on the ground.
No, I'm molding and I don't care what you're talking
But
about.
as you spray the latex paint, it goes up, and then it comes back down, and then it settles on everything. And so the whole room gets a constant coat of paint, which is why it gets so dirty so fast. Okay. Anna said it takes 7 seconds for it to get dirty again.
Yeah.
Evan said family friendly. Ethan said 14-year-old with an asterisk. They're all making fun of me. And she expects
Who's the oldest
Jacob.
person that's watching this? Ask them what happened.
That's
What's the age range we have?
that's rude. Yeah, what is the age range? Who's the oldest? Me. I'm 47. What's the over/under on Devin's F-bombs? I say 15.
Is that every half hour or every hour?
Chris said every half hour or every hour.
That was something to rock.
Evan said
I'm done. It won't. It'll have a flat spot on top that it sits.
Evan said, what if Devin had her own live stream from her point of view? Julian said it would constantly be moving. You're not wrong. I mean, I can't really argue with you.
I envision it to be like the dog from the movie Up.
Right now there is a mound of plaster here. Now it is getting warm. So now I need to take my next bucket, more water. I need to redo the whole process. I'm going to add plaster, and then this time when I add my plaster, it's mixed right, all that stuff. I'm going to push this down.
Bitch, I'm a cow. Bitch, I'm a cow.
Please shut up.
I'm not a cat. I don't say meow.
She's been here for an hour. She's done nothing.
I'm cleaning the whole fucking
I'm
room!
going to clean the room so we can get dirty again. It's going to be great. Sorry, everyone. Sorry your orders didn't go on the time. Devin was cleaning the room.
If I didn't clean the room, we wouldn't be able to work in this room because every time any piece of clothing touched anything, it would get filthy. Oh my god, you're so fucking stupid! And that's why I'm here, because you're an idiot, you don't clean things! And that's why things get dirty, you're like, oh, this got dirty.
So I'm going to mix up some plaster. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a layer of burlap on top of this mold for strength. So I need to do that because this is like a timed process. Hey look, donuts.
You gave you my donuts!
That's what you said earlier. You said this was science. You said for science I got one.
Is that Red Bull for science too?
No. Red Bull is because I didn't bring my water.
Oh, okay.
I didn't.
I didn't bring my water. Let me just drink this Red Bull as a substitute.
What time is it?
Evan said grunting doesn't count as an F-bomb.
Oh yeah, that's true. I don't think there's ever been a TV show where they've been rated R because of grunting.
Well,
No, I said grunting, not moaning.
The donut.
Huh? Not right now. No, because there's a specific way of trimming, and I'm not in a place to show you.
No, I don't know.
With this? Yeah, if you want to grab another brush, I will take a brush. Right over there on the shelf.
No, do you want help with that part?
I don't really need help.
I mean,
Yeah, if you want to
Ask.
get a little bloom.
Hey Chris, why don't you use him and pour another body for the clown?
yeah, we get the little.
And you said armature, not ultra, correct?
Correct. Just the flexible wire.
Pro tip, if you're in a shop and you have counters, you unscrew the broom, it's a little wispy wisp.
Yeah, and then you flip it on Justin's mold.
I didn't mean to, I'm
Potentially
sorry!
ruining the whole process.
Oh my
Of
god.
3 days of work.
My fucking god. Well, I did, so sorry. Do you ever start complaining?
Yeah, usually when
I didn't hear you and I don't want to know what you said.
probably for the best.
Yeah, probably. I probably would fucking punch you in your mouth.
I don't think you'll do
I
that.
would, and I will. I will punch you
You'll
in your
miss.
mouth. You're not wrong. Oh, why are there... Why? Why? Who are keeping screws in a grit for storage?
Whoever was screwing them in. It was either Chris or Ben.
Oh, I'm gonna have a stroke.
You can either do that, or why don't you ask Chris if you can work on the horns?
You're a horn.
I can help you with that, man. Whatever was up.
We've got about 4 of them we have to make.
I'm trying to lose that light one.
Yeah, so we're gonna make 3 and 1 with a light, because I think we only have 4 of the things. And then we will require more of the lights. The lights things.
Look at that one. That little bridge, man.
That's
Some lighting
the
options.
Yeah.
Maybe we didn't want to just do that one.
Just in fucking ruining this table.
Oh, I told you I'd like to make one that can change. I think that'd be really cool.
Do we have one of those?
Well, the problem is they're ran by batteries. So you
That's
have-
an easy fix.
I know, but it's a fix that I don't know how to do.
I can do that. Do we have it?
Is there a flashlight up there?
Where am I looking?
On the corner, probably to your right.
That's the toothless man?
Other side.
Other side?
Yeah.
That one works.
Probably. I can't tell you unless you open it up and look.
Do we have
Remote? Yeah, they're in the manager's office. Uh-huh. Super simple. Super devious.
As soon as I get started, I will be right here, so. Don't do that for me.
Okay.
I'm not saying 100% I can do it, but I know what we need to do.
So I believe, see, my problem is it takes 3 AAAs. So I believe each of those is like a volt and a half.
Right.
So that means it's only 12 volts or something. And your battery is 18.
Guys, are all the instructions for the shop back? I don't even know what question.
Yeah. Nick, is
Let me know when you're ready, Chris.
prisoner jumpsuit almost done?
I'm almost done with the sleeves and things.
I didn't even know that.
Well, that can wear the throwing, Johnny.
I don't know, just how many tons of petrol really put that whole thing out like nothing.
I bet.
Those feet did not stick with the arm. Well, it took me longer to untape the from the bottom of the foot than it did for me to actually pull them.
A good release job is what we call that. Little overkill, maybe, but the effect, I told you, it's all about the destination, not the journey.
Well, do we have to up the body mold in our dollar for use of really?
He's a greasy man. Why are you laughing?
She's reading the comments. So, I don't know if that's a good thing.
What's the conversation?
Don't worry about it. They're all
I'm
on my
worried.
side. That's all you need to know.
Okay, tell me what they said.
Because he sucked.
Yeah. Evan Reinhardt said Devin's job description. Custodian director.
Oh, he put it up. Yeah.
They told me to go off. I'm right. You
To
don't
make a
think.
difference in power.
No, you just find an excuse for doing everything except what I need you to do.
No, I was looking at the stream and I
She's
said,
so
"Wow,
angry.
it's
Look how
fucking
mad she
filthy
is."
in here. I'm gonna clean it when I get there."
Where it is right now, it's too late now.
Thank you.
Is that the secret to finding motivation to do things? Is just to live stream it and be like, wow, this looks like shit. And then I just like live stream my room while I make the thing.
That's it.
Or we could
The old one over there, the new one over there, so I can take it home.
the question
I don't want him in a
is, could we
clean
do it
workspace.
without
What's a clean
where
workspace?
it's all the power from the foot? You got that cord over there, so we could do.
If you guys don't stop being mean to me, I'm just gonna stop moderating comments, and then you know what to ask any comments.
Those aren't ready for me to work on. Come on, bro. You're right.
Sorry.
Man.
And guess what? They won't be ready for you to work on the night either. That is a horrible thing to tell someone. Can't be so fucking.
Christopher! Ah! Snow!
Scared me.
I don't know why. I thought it was snow, and I don't know. My brain told me that that was scary, but it was. And here we are.
Devin, you're adorable.
Something.
Something. Did you find a way to make sound come out with the light in the way?
I love you, Anna.
Question of can we use this?
Lane said, "What the hell are
Link
these
to the back.
things?"
That's maybe different.
Informational. They're for your learning. Don't end up like Devin.
Just dropped 3 times the amount of that in there that I need to do.
You have to call them how you want to work like that.
Not
Not
gonna
likes to work.
What would you like me to do?
I don't know.
Were you
until
guys there
I'm
for the
done
story?
with
So I have a.
Well, I think they were definitely there for that one. For the
Yeah, I have a disease called carry-one malformation, where so everybody's spine
Let me get
should connect to the
black on
brain.
there, and I can walk over there.
Should. I mean, if it's not connecting, then there's a problem there. But normal people's spines connect to their brain, and in order for them to do that, there's a hole in your skull back here, like that the spine goes through. And my hole's too big, and so my brain is falling out through that hole into my neck. It's called carry-one malformation. And then Nick said, "Is that why you are the way that you are?" And I said, "Nope, but thanks."
I thought she was really mad about that because she did not sound amused.
Yeah,
And I was like, well, Nick crossed the line. There goes Devin.
No, I'm getting it tattooed on my ankle above snuggle bugs.
No, because you did that thing you do when you are. I'm one of the few people here that have heard you really upset.
Yeah, because you make me really upset.
I make you really upset.
well, there was also.
Hey, everybody said
Continue.
something. He's gonna piss me off.
Continue though.
And she went, okay, I'm done. I'm going home. No, like, for real. She had a whole conversation where no one else was talking. And she, like, I think in her head, everyone was like, no, don't go. And she was like, nope, for real. I'm going.
There are conversations by myself.
And then she
The
laughed.
other voices say, "Oh, you have to stay and get stuff done."
And then she laughed.
And you open your window and you just screamed out your window for like a full minute.
Stress, dude. Stress, man. I can't keep it in. I would literally explode into pieces.
yeah. But like
What
my friend Jay the other day, he's like, he texted me and
You
he's
didn't
like,
fix it good.
I just yelled at a guy in a parking lot because he was walking down like the middle of the aisle and he like tried to go around this guy and the guy started yelling at him. So he just rolled his window the rest of the way down and just screamed, just yelled, and then drove off. And I'm like, well, out here destroying stereotypes that Canadians are nice.
Hey, Canada's on the stream.
Hi, Canada.
You didn't fix this good.
So move to a different gun, bro. There's one half a station over. There's literally one on the other side of your station. See?
But that's her spot.
I don't care. Then you fix it.
I can't. I can't.
You know what my father used to tell me about the word can't? He used to say, can't means you won't.
No, won't means I won't. Will not. Can't means I cannot.
Well, I can't walk on the ceiling.
Really?
Why the fuck
Mean that I
not?
won't.
Why can't you?
I've seen strippers do it.
What if the building's flipped over?
I can't
What if
phase through the
gravity
floor.
gets turned off?
What if you could?
Yeah.
What if you were an electron?
But I'm not. So
You're
I
made up
can't.
of electrons. There's an argument to be made that you are an electron. There's an argument to be made that you're a brain just piloting a body.
Well, that's
I'm
true.
going to give you some advice. Don't talk about things that Devin could create an existential crisis for, or else Devin loses her shit and goes home.
Here she goes. Existential crisis again.
Well, I might as well come up with something interesting instead of you freaking out over who fucking knows what. Last night you told me that the Canada guy has randomly hears you go and go, forget to breathe again? I don't think I'm the source of your existential crises.
You're not the source, but you're problem sometimes.
What must have happened after
So the remotes are on your desk?
No, they're with our flashlights.
Where are they?
In my ass.
You don't know where we keep the flashlights on your man here?
Oh, those ones.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Well, no, I thought you were talking about
Yeah.
the prop ones.
No, they're just like
That's why I
on
said,
that
where are
shelf.
you keeping them?
Can't never did anything.
See?
Can't, never did anything.
Can't never did anything.
This
From
parents
the
are actually, like, giving them,
window
like,
to
good
the
life
wall.
advice. Like people who say, oh, my mom always used to say, and it's like some wisdom. My dad just says, don't do heroin. See you later.
That's good advice. light skin.
Yeah, but your dad says don't do heroin while he does heroin.
That's true.
That's not fair.
No, it's not.
See, that's do as I say, not as I do.
Till the sweat drips down my balls.
What?
Skeet.
All these
Nope. My dad said, can't means you won't, and my mom said, Gimme died in a car accident with Let Me Drive. Oh, I still don't know what that one means, but
Gimme
still
died
says
in
it.
the car accident, let me drive.
no. Never mind. I don't want to create an existential crisis.
Skeet!
Hey guys, good news! Room's clean and there's still nothing getting done.
I'm cleaning the fucking bottle, you cock-sucking bitch! I can't airbrush the costume when it's full of shit, you stupid whore bag!
Who used it last?
with shit.
Was it you? So you also didn't clean the bottle. So now you have to re-clean the bottle. Oh, look at, here's Devin about to get bitch slapped with a plaster cloth.
I will literally eat you. I will literally cut up your bones and eat them in my breakfast!
No, you won't because you don't wake up till 3 p.m. Therefore, it's fucking late lunch.
I'm gonna kill myself. I'm actually going to fucking hang
I
myself.
was going to show you this.
Don't say that.
Context, with no context. Swiss Army Dick. I don't know
That's
what
the
fuck
only
that
one
means.
we have.
Huh?
Did
It's
you
the
like
only one I found.
Probably.
put your
It's
finger
dead.
through it then? Swiss cheese?
Is it
Oh,
dead
wait,
or
that's
are
disgusting.
the
It's
batteries in the light dead? It's probably more likely that the batteries in the light are dead.
Multiple attachments.
Because when you have fresh batteries in the light, it turns on.
Who knew you needed
We're all
power?
technically
power
just a brain piloting a bone neck wearing skin armor.
See? Why are you looking that up when you just told me it was going
I'm
to
not! It was a fucking comment on the YouTube!
See, I thought.
Okay,
I-
see, this is the part of the fucking, like, fucking Devin's like a werewolf, but not like a good one. She just goes through like a cycle. Last night was her crazy night. Now tonight she's a fucking asshole, and tomorrow she'll be crying and telling me that her fucking endometriosis is eating her brain falling out, and she can't show up.
No, you're just rude!
I'm rude.
Yeah, you're like saying I'm not doing work, but I was checking the fucking YouTube comments for you!
A better take on the whole brain piloting thing is like when people say you have a skeleton inside you. Technically, you're inside the skeleton because you're a brain.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play copyrighted music.
I'm gonna throw your phone into a bucket of plaster. And then
I have the insurance.
It's fine. It's
I
gonna
have
keep
it
it from playing
insured.
music. I have it insurance. You mean you have it insured?
No.
No, I said what I meant said.
I said what I said. And I said it in my head first. Then I said it in bed. With Ted. Where's Ted? So now I am not so worried about screwing up the sculpture because the sculpture is under like 3 inches of plaster. So now it's just about adding layers on top of the burlap so that we can add strength and outside stability.
Royalty-free music. Trap Nation.
Trap Nation.
I want a decent royalty-free on Spotify.
They should change their name to Crap Nation.
Ha ha ha! Wow, you're so funny.
See, rude. Look, and I'm the rude one. I made a
Multiple
simple
people can be
joke.
rude at once, you know.
Actually funny.
What's your problem?
So, the way this is designed, run the battery, so you can just run.
Yeah.
So, if you do this with a trigger system, it's only going to run when you're pulling the trigger.
Correct.
So, making it change and stuff is a problem.
It might be a problem. Let's find out if it is.
Just let you know.
Well, I'm works when you're squeezing the trigger. But creating a horn that can have multiple colors of light instead of just white
Would be awesome.
would be an interesting change for the products that anyone else has made.
Right.
Hey Justin, you
Yes?
got more armature wire yet?
Huh?
Armature
Have you
wire.
got more armature wire?
I have not. I did not know we needed more.
Oh, okay. I've got enough for this one body, but then we are out.
Okay.
Where's this be going on?
Joel's office.
Also in my car. There's more in my car.
Everything's in your car, isn't it?
Well, I need your keys and I'm gonna put them out while your car's out.
Justin, make sure you get
No,
them the
I
keys.
got more, but I got a whole bunch of stuff that we needed, and it's all in my car.
Which is at your house.
Yep.
Yes.
Which doesn't help us here.
Nope.
But there should be some
Welcome to
wiring
the
to those
evening
off.
so far. Would you like me? I don't think I did
Yeah, it's too late in the evening for anything that's in my car. We'll just wait for tomorrow. So how are the comments?
I know I'm not looking at them so I can work on it.
So mad. Can't win. I know. Thank you. At least you understand. Granted, you've been married for however long, so you get it. You get
12
it.
years? Yeah, Lexi's 14, 12 years.
So that answers my next question.
What?
Yes, Lexi, the best.
Lexi's the bastard.
Well, so am I, but that's what not my
Josh
question.
is here, he said hi. Julian
Hi.
said
Hi,
you can
Josh.
play like 20 seconds of copyrighted music and be fine. What question?
My question was going to be if you guys got married because you liked each other or because you had a kid.
Oh no,
Well-
I fucked that up because apparently he was going to propose, but he knew that my whole thing was, I'm not marrying you because your spawn's in me.
Yeah.
So we found out I was pregnant. And he's like, well, I ain't fucking asking now. So I ruined that proposal.
Way to
and,
go.
and yeah, I'm a bitch. And then we went.
Oh no, it gets better.
It does. And then we went to, I don't remember, one of the fucking museums. They had a
Yeah,
thing.
the science and industry.
Was it industry? I don't
Yeah.
know. Anyways, in Chicago, and they had a exhibit on Egypt. So you could get something written in hieroglyphics. So we got, the baby's name, my name, his name, and then there's another fucking piece of paper. I had no clue what it said. So out of habit, I'm like, oh, curiosity, fucking translate. M-A-R-R-Y. And I ruined that fucking proposal too. So, yeah, he
Mind
was,
you, she's in the backseat of the van, I'm driving, so it's not like I can say, don't read it!
yeah, I done
Give it
fucked that
here.
shit up.
Because then she would have read it fast.
So did you say yes?
I did.
Or did you say,
No, I flat out looked at him. I said, is this because we have a kid or is this because you actually love me? He's like, no, asshole. I fucking love you.
I was planning on asking you
I
a
was
year
going
and
to
a half
ask you
ago.
2 years ago, but you fucked that up. Sorry. So, yeah.
good job, Chris.
Yeah.
You're a great guy.
This is the same guy who knew, he was the, you have that one friend you can talk to and you know everything.
Yeah, I've heard this story.
Yeah,
heard
you
it a
really
lot.
should not.
I've heard you say about too many people. He was inside of me.
Sorry.
What did I walk in?
Chris was that friend, the diary friend. You had to have had a female friend at one point who told you everything that she shouldn't have. Yeah, I was that, and he was my diary. So he knows all the fucked up sordid shit. And he loves me anyway.
Yeah, but Chris was also the friend that, don't worry, he's just a friend.
Yeah, but I wasn't fucking him then!
Yeah, then. But we know that shit's the long game. Come on now.
Yeah, a 10-year long game.
Look at
10-year
him
long
now.
game.
Yeah, but now it's 12 years and 4 kids.
Yeah, but now I'm done with that shit. No more babies.
That's fair.
Because they're asshole friends for trouble.
No more kids because they have asshole friends. What a great reason.
I know, right?
Hey, Doc, I need to get my tubes tied. Why? Goddamn neighborhood kids.
Well, that just sounds dirty. actually just took a small handful.
Did we ever get an answer from your mom for the number on this?
No, I think she was trying to contact him. I wasn't there for the rest of that.
Hey, where's the,
Yeah, I don't know. I still don't know who the man is.
where?
Fuck, can I throw away that piece of paper? Fuck. See what happens when you get champagne shit?
You got him on this little table right here?
I purposely set it to the side so I wouldn't throw it away.
Oh, I see it.
Did you take the trash out?
Surgical coat.
I mean, she has to ask him anyways, so I have to wait. And I have access to the store. So can I just
Ponytail
look
coat.
and see what he ordered?
I have no idea.
Deluxe nurse.
I just look at. I've honestly never looked up a customer. I just make the scary things that they tell me to.
We need to listen
He just
for
works
questions.
here.
I let them
They're gonna
take
look
care of
to
that.
have the overview.
Take care of the business. I take care of the scary.
So after it's all dry, do you like break off the excess edge?
Yeah. Yeah. There's a bit of excess around the outside that'll end up broken off. Like all that there and that there, that'll end up just broken off and in the garbage. I'm at the point now where this brush is going to die into the brush graveyard. And we're going to start troweling. So this is almost done. So now my goal is to create a bowl that's upside down so that I can start to have a flat spot here for when we mold it, it lays nicely.
This guy asks, I'm just wondering how loud can you make a hard gun?
I mean, it's
You got
not
one?
adjustable.
Yeah.
It's as loud as it is, but it is loud as hell.
Break the packaging.
It's a
He asked on Instagram.
it's a car horn, so okay. Yeah, I mean it's made to go to your car, so it's that loud.
Let's say decibels. 110 decibels.
110? Yes.
110. Theoretically, we could get a louder one, I guess.
I don't want to tell him that because I don't think that is true. Because there's only so much power that you can push. So I'm going to start to make that flat spot. And as I make that, the plaster just runs elsewhere.
Evan Reinhardt said, how heavy is that mold going to be?
Well, the egg sack was very heavy. Granted, it was a 2-part mold, but it was a beast. So I didn't weigh it. I just know that it was very heavy.
King?
So
He
How
asked
heavy?
if we can make it like a train horn loud.
a train horn.
I'm pretty sure that's illegal.
I mean, it's not illegal. The issue, okay.
It has
So,
to do with the battery. And
I wish he was watching. It's not about the battery. The
you
issue
gotta have
is
enough-
with
the
the
power.
air compressor that's in it. Because you have to be able to push air through it. So,
But you, if the battery is powerful enough to run the horn, I mean, there's different. We can get different powered horns. That's just what we buy.
yes. But a train horn acts on an air and reed system.
An air and what?
Read,
R-E-A-D?
E.
as in like instrument. Read.
R-E-E-D.
Yeah. So you have to push a bunch of air through like 80. I think when we were running our air horn, you had to push 80 through it to make it loud. Otherwise, it just came out as
Yeah.
and not that that you want.
So can we do that or no?
We can make them I mean, not one that you can carry around. We could probably, I mean, yeah, we can make one, but it's gonna not be $100, and it's not going to look like that one because you'll need a larger battery and more stuff.
So we can make it handheld?
I mean, yes, but it's not going to look like the one that we have on the website.
It'll look different to me.
Yeah, I mean, I can make it look cool, but it's not going to be handheld like that. It's going to be a larger kind of thing. Like, we'll have to make a new item for it to work.
Oh no, more creativity.
Yeah, no.
So what I have is, so the train horn acts on an air and read system, so you have to push a lot of air through it to make it loud. We can make you one, but it will be bigger and different than the one we currently have.
Yeah.
More expensive.
Yeah.
So I think this is probably the best mold I've made so far.
Good. It looks good. I'm excited to see that.
Molds get better and heavier all at the same time.
Yes.
That's not bad.
Yeah, so I went through a stage where I was trying to make my molds in one batch. And that caused problems where the molds got a lot of bubbles and holes and problems with burlap. So I got really tired of making cool things and then having the mold get screwed up. So I just started saying, screw it, and I'll make my mold extra thick. I'll do a whole batch of no cloth to make sure that there's enough plaster there that the burlap is not going to come through it. And that's how I'm making these right now. Maybe in the future I'll change my method again. I know Alan Hops is in a stage where he's making them as thin as he can. He's made many more molds than I have. So my concern with that is there's a critical mass where you pass the point that your mold is too thin. And then if that happens, you may have just lost a really awesome sculpt. I mean, he likes to sculpt, and his management of time seems to be much better than mine. So I don't think he would be super upset if he had to resculpt the mask. I don't want to have to do that. I've got other things that I would rather work on. But I'm going to call that mold
Molded.
all done for right now. So let me grab the other mold so you can see the difference. Grin mold 1, Grin mold 2. You can see there is a huge difference in the strength and just the amount of plaster. But the reason I did this you can see in there, like all up here, all that brown is the burlap that I use to reinforce my mold. And there's a few places where it's showing up in that mold, and I need that to not happen. So, and every time I mold one, we get more of it that's coming out. So I need that to not be like it is.
They call me horse because is it your dick or they be taking me out after shooting? Lizard big no lizard, they're only 12 weeks.
Devin, are you about to use the body?
No, I can't use the one for this react. So I'm gonna see one of those right out.
You want to have Chris put it on?
Where are the batteries for these girls?
In the last room, left hand side, top shelf, right hand side.
That was fun and specific.
Huh?
Right. Like your test number one?
Sure. It's a light.
Oh my.
I
Oh,
figured.
it's fired.
I figured it was gonna do that, but it was worth testing just to see.
Can you guys see that? They're lighting stuff on fire.
To do a producer?
Yeah.
I think he's probably done, so you guys don't have to stare at my tits anymore. Hi.
Well, you would run a wire. You run a separate wire to it.
Julian said, speaking of reeds, any of you guys play an instrument? If so, what do you play?
A lot of us play instruments.
I can play pretty much any instrument that you give to me. Regularly, I play the ukulele, the guitar, and I love to sing. If I had a saxophone, I would play my saxophone all the time, but I sold it when I got out of band. I was in band my whole school career. I was lead alto in our jazz band.
I think that's more why you're like that.
Saxophone, because I'm a band kid?
Band kids are
Hey, what's wrong with band kids? Yeah.
I'm a
trumpet,
drummer.
but I was actually going for music education.
I can play drums. I could play guitar.
Sorry, I'm a choir kid.
I can play viola.
Huh?
I played. I was in orchestra since 6th grade.
Okay, I played baritone. Tried saxophone, that pissed me off, so I took it and smashed it and broke it. And then I paid school.
I mainly played reed instruments, so.
But brass players are very Pretty much.
Wait, so Chris, what do we need? I'm making a list for things we need.
Brass players
Armature wire.
Oh, okay, that's the one that's on the list? Yeah. Oh, cool.
Armature wire.
I don't know how to spell it.
Arm. I. Whatever.
Yeah, look.
Oh, sanity.
Oh, nice.
Did you burn the fuck out of it?
Oh, it broke.
He made garbage.
Hey, everybody's good at something, right?
Is there anything else you can think of that we need?
If you think of anything, Chris, if you think of anything, let me know. Silicone, but you gotta wait on that one.
I need to take a picture of him.
What did I just mention?
I haven't posted him yet. I just realized that at the house earlier. Oh, I never explained to you what I was doing at the house was I was helping Shannon and Lori. Alyssa's there too. With
Okay, so I'm just going over like this little gap right
we were going through orders, seeing what we had, and then we were going through all of our stock in the back room, and then putting it on our site as a different tab. We created a new tab on our site that's ready to ship products. So basically everything that we made for Transworld that never got used or never, things that were supposed to be like display models and stuff that just have never gotten touched. They've just been hanging up in our back room. We're putting those on our ready to ship tab on the website. So if you don't want to wait for like a custom, if you don't want us,
There's one.
if you don't want to wait for us to make something for you, you can just order off of that tab and then we ship it immediately. You get it in however many days it takes to ship to you. He's got lots of hair.
I figured it was, but I'm gonna let you burn your shit.
I need to comb him.
This was like the coolest fucking part. Lighting these because I'm like, psst.
He's lighting it on fire.
No, he's getting rid of all the fuzzies.
Do it in front of the camera.
It's a lot of fun. I think this one will light again.
I love the way that smells.
See? All these? You do that. You just have to watch them and make sure they don't ignite too much. But the fire just takes them down. See that? That's what you don't want.
Yeah, let's not light the match on fire. No,
Yep, I've got one that you have to redo, Amanda.
it sucks.
Sorry. It got burnt a little too much. We're the only company in the industry that has flame-treated masks.
But we don't put that on the website.
It's a great marketing point.
Why?
Getting treated bad.
Yeah, you did do a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Why can we do that really quick? You can take it tonight.
If you could, yes, that'd be great. Because they've been asking.
Hurry up, hurry.
I will do my best to not.
Was that, got that, was that anything near her, and what were you pointing to? Whoever did the next row. Yeah, that's it. You got that one, and the next one is front. The one about the quarter set, passing for bottom mode. And then I will be working on,
I was actually looking for that the other day. In there, so I don't know if they want to see it or.
There is some steam coming off of this mold. I don't know if you could see that. I saw it. I don't know if you could see it in the stream. We're back. I don't know if you can see it because it's dark, white on white, but there is some steam coming off the mold because it's so hot.
I don't know why I came over to talk to you guys the second I put a donut in my mouth. That wasn't smart. Percussionists. Dummers, that's what we used to call them in school. But bass guitar. My uncle plays bass guitar. He's taught me how to play. Yes. Ted Walker. Ted Walker said, "Hey, did you guys say earlier today you can make female versions of certain masks?"
Yes, we can. just ask and we will resculpt.
Yeah, we have one that's in production that someone's ordered already. We're doing a female version of our Grin mask. So as soon as he starts sculpting, that will be...
That's coming up very soon.
Yeah. What's the Haunt Pages email?
HauntPagesProd@gmail.
Haunt Pages.
Oh, Haunt Pages? Haunt Pages at Gmail.
Hauntpages@gmail.com.
Sorry, I thought you said on those, but I apologize.
No siree. Welcome. This is my favorite part of the day. I just want you to know.
Now is it done?
Is coming and doing filters.
You have to get a step-down converter.
Huh?
You get a step-down converter. I'm not finding one that would do it. Do that one.
Your handwriting is chicken scratch.
You didn't get any time soon.
I don't want to stay with me in here.
You don't want to do what you ordered?
That's gross.
It's steamy.
It's warm. It's super warm. Chemical reaction.
Yay.
The mold's warm and it's getting steamy. How many people are even here? What's your favorite bands? My favorite bands are...
I don't think you have one.
Yeah. I really don't... Like, I listen to pretty much everything. Like, there's really not anything I don't listen to. I don't prefer new country music. Like, poppy country music.
Shit like my truck is bigger than your truck.
Yeah, my truck's big, and I'm gonna go fuck this girl
My truck
and drink a beer.
my dick is small.
And my porch fell on my dog.
Yeah. No, I don't like poppy. I really don't like pop music. I don't listen to the radio. I really don't like a lot of stuff that's on the radio.
I had to listen to the radio on accident the other day because my cord stopped working.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck is any of this? Because
Yeah.
I haven't heard, like, when you have streaming services, you never have to hear that stuff.
Right. I have YouTube Red.
Yeah, and
So-
so, just like, what the fuck is any of this?
Right. I don't. It's not that I don't like it. I like some new stuff. I like some new pop. But specifically like country pop, I don't like, and a lot of stuff that plays on the radio. I don't know. I think another huge reason why I don't like a lot of stuff that plays on the radio is because if I hear a song so many times, it just I hate it. Like after I hear it for the 6th time in the same day, I can't listen to it anymore. But
Thank me.
you're welcome. That confused me and I don't like it. She said thank me instead of thank you. But top bands of all time, I would say Gorillaz will always be one of my favorite. Old, new, I love Gorillaz.
Banco.
Daft Punk. I do enjoy Tool a lot. Did I say those are some of my top ones? I don't know. I listen to so much different music.
Yeah, I checked Harbor Freight 2
I've
days
just
ago.
been listening to
Okay.
like,
They didn't have any.
weird shit.
It looks like
Yeah,
they
I
still haven't.
like. I mean, I'll listen to.
What genre of music do I like?
So I've been.
Yeah, my playlist goes from like.
I like his playlist. It's
a
fucking
week and a
ridiculous,
half.
but it's
So
awesome.
we ordered oranges
You're-
with them
you're
now
doing
about a week and a half ago, and they just
Yeah.
Fucked up shit.
I listen to stuff in different languages. Like, I listen to gospel music. I love gospel music. I love bluegrass. I love heavy metal. I love deathcore. I love dubstep, EDM, rave music. Yeah, when it's not like before the streams started, we would listen to some really out of this world stuff. Justin was not a fan. Justin likes
painted his whole hand
Rob
all
Zombie.
black.
The whole line?
Yeah. From
And
From there,
I don't know, he likes like industrial.
Fingernails as well. Or
Yeah.
KMFDM is
Look at
the
this
best industrial band.
KMFDM,
Oh,
absolutely.
he's got gloves on.
Justin,
well, that'll have gloves on too. What's up?
do you like KMFDM?
What is that?
A band, an industrial band?
Never heard of it.
They asked, what's your favorite band?
Probably Rob Zombie.
Told you.
I think this is the song you're talking about that I translated. With,
I can't listen to Rob Zombie anymore because it reminds me of parades. Pit music. Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I think that.
Yeah,
Elton John is absolutely one of my all-time favorite artists.
going to Hawaii and not being able to find any coke. And there's a line in there that
Arson Kills, Rob Zombie.
asshole starts at the airport.
Harlem Renaissance Jazz. Yeah, jazz is my favorite genre of all time. I love jazz music, especially like 20s, 30s, 50s, old jazz music.
Will commit me
Absolutely.
And that just means, do you want to do drugs with me?
You saw Elton John in concert? Dude, that's not fair. I love Elton John. I grew up with Elton John. And mommy used to let me listen to Elton John all the time. Fleetwood. Do you know Jazz Police? I don't know. I don't know, like, names of things because I have the memory of a goldfish. And so, like, I'm one of those people that'll, like, be wearing a Nirvana shirt and someone will be like, name one Nirvana song. And I'll be like, I don't know. I don't remember anything.
Is that in order?
No, yeah, fine. Yeah, I have the band.
If not Rob Zombie, then Wednesday 13.
Wednesday 15.
Now those are my favorite artists.
The Distillers.
They're okay.
Clutch?
I like Clutch. I wouldn't say I love Clutch. I like a few of Clutch's songs, but I wouldn't say like I wouldn't turn on like a Clutch album and just say I'm gonna like every song on this album.
Yeah, I like. I've got like a handful of their songs in my.
We're like I could just play Rob Zombie, or I could just play Wednesday, and I know I'm gonna like most of the music that comes on.
That's what I do with Rammstein. I could play it. Like, there's only like 2 songs they have that I don't like as much.
I like Ghost. They're really good, actually.
I tried to get into Ghost, but it's it's something I could enjoy as like background music, but it's not something I would like actively want to listen to.
Well, here's how I know I actually like them. I started out not liking them.
Yeah.
Because they looked like crazy metal, like
but
this guy in a skull mask.
Different.
Yeah, so I had an expectation when I turned them on, and they did not meet that expectation, and I did not like that. But once I really Square Hammer's what turned me on
that's
to
the one song that I have on the playlist.
To Ghost.
They're really great and like live. They do an awesome stage show.
Yeah, I see a lot of their stuff on Tumblr.
Yeah, my problem is I've seen Rob Zombie like 5 times, and you can't top Rob Zombie live. I don't care who you are. I've seen Kiss, and they're known for being like the best band live, and Rob Zombie blows them out of the water.
I was gonna go to a Rammstein concert in September, but it's been postponed.
See, I wouldn't go to a Rammstein concert.
Why
Not because of Rammstein, but
the
because
gay
I
stuff?
feel like, no, I didn't know anything about any gay stuff.
Well,
is there gay stuff?
There's a lot of gay stuff.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They're like the gayest band in existence.
Are they?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought they were just German.
That and a lot of fire and a lot of like wieners out.
So it's a Guar show with less costumes?
Yeah. Their keyboardist like is on stage in like a ball gag and pants that unzip at the ass.
So it's a Slipknot show with more Guar?
Yeah. It's weird. You have to look up the live
I don't
show
know.
for,
I just
one
know
of their songs.
what most people I've met that have went, do you like Rammstein? I usually go, I wouldn't want to be in a mosh pit with you.
Oh, I've never seen a mosh pit. Like there's.
You've never seen a mosh pit?
I've never seen a mosh pit at like a Rammstein concert.
I'm also not
Everyone's,
that
like, too
versed
busy-
in Rammstein
everyone's
because I
too busy
don't
looking
like
at
music
fire.
that I can't understand the lyrics.
That's kind of why I'm learning German. Well, I was doing that anyways, but I was like, now I can understand this song.
That makes sense. So, Rammstein's okay, but I would never say that like I'm a fan of them because I don't know what they're saying. So they could be saying, I hate you, Justin, you're the worst person ever. And I wouldn't know, and I'm not okay with that.
A lot of their songs, like if you listen to it, you're like, oh, this sounds good and normal. And then you're like,
If
this
I had
sounds like
to
a regular
choose
thing.
my favorite genre of music, it's probably horror punk,
Yeah.
which nobody listens to except me.
Well, I listen to Wednesday 13, and that's
See, but that's not horror punk.
I don't
You
know
can
what is
throw
horror.
that in horror punk because
What?
there's only two bands like Wednesday 13, and that's Rob Zombie and Wednesday 13. They make like horror metal or
Yeah.
horror rock. Horror punk is like
Do you like regular punk?
not really because it's fucking stupid.
What?
Horror punk is like so the most basic band to say horror punk is Misfits.
Yeah.
They're like the only one that anyone ever knows of. But there's other bands, and essentially what they do is they make like punk or rock songs with
Halloween
with themes from scary movies and classic horror and gothic themes, and it's just cool.
I need a
It's my personality in music form.
As far as songs go, when you don't understand them, the Rammstein has a song called Man Gegen Man, which is just man against man, and it's a song about being gay and your dad hating you. But like if you just listen to it, you're like, oh, this sounds like a regular.
Dead hating?
No, it's a song about being gay and your dad disowning you for it.
Okay.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, it's like, why do zombies hate gay people? What the heck?
Oh.
So here's one movie, like,
Change of price for that. Go up $120. First off, you didn't know most of the words. Second, I think you made up the rest of the
Those are not the words.
this could be a possibility.
Those aren't the words either.
Better?
Did say add blood. Chunk blood.
Apparently I don't have time for that. They're telling me time to go home.
Okay.
Somebody's got to work in the morning.
Okay. Then we'll do it.
I wish I had a job, Phil.
We're working
Dude, the
hard.
day everybody else went on Corona hiatus, his boss is like, start work. It's a socially distanced job anyway, so who gives a law doctor. Honestly, if
White light or is it changed
a
color?
bad day, he sees like
Well,
half
we
a
also
dozen
need
people.
to find out.
But he's in his work shit, so he's got
just
like
told you this is
fertilizer and shit on him, so he doesn't exactly. It's not like you want to hang out with him, so that they don't talk too close. And then their stagger's starting in the morning, so this guy's here, and then 15 minutes later, this one's leaving, but this one's coming. So.
We're at the casino, so I see a bunch of
Oh, so you're screwed.
So today I learned how
She
to
points to me all day long.
properly use a
What do you or where in the casino?
the poster that we have around it.
Oh.
It worked really well.
Which so desk in between, so they can't get too close. But sometimes,
But it's still close enough.
sometimes they
I
try.
wasn't
Well, yeah,
doing
'cause you're
wrong.
drunk.
I
It's
told
for,
Ben
like,
to
high or
someone,
belligerent.
someone who's coming in from like they're coming from the casino and they're drunk.
It's hard
and
to
they can't drive
explain,
home,
I'll just
so
have
they
to
come
show
in to
you
get a
next
hotel
time.
room and they lean over the counter and they're like talking right in your face.
Yeah. I have friends that work at valet, and one guy works on the floor, and I've got cooks. So I just
At,
wondering where you fit in all that
At
fun stuff.
Blue Chip or at one of the other ones?
One's in Michigan City. Whichever one's in Michigan City.
Yeah, that's Blue Chip.
Uh,
I don't know why.
what's his name? My sister-in-law's boyfriend's in. Whiting.
You gotta try to get that out.
Horseshoe in Wayne.
Hmm?
The horseshoe.
That's what it is.
So,
Dude, last time I was there, it was still Empress. So does that tell you how long ago it was?
I don't know when they changed the name to it.
Like a decade ago. I have a bad habit of spending money. I don't gamble.
I'm not old enough to work in the actual casino. So I am limited to just hotel and other things like that. I'm allowed to be a custodian, which goes into the casino. That's the only time if you're allowed in the actual boat if you're under 21, if you're a custodian. But I have a non-gaming badge, so I'm not allowed anywhere near it.
Don't worry, man.
I'm walking away. She's fucking up pool. I can't handle it.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I have kids and I have to work.
So do we, and so do I, so that's what I'm still here.
You don't have little kids. Teenagers. Fend for themselves.
No, that's 1 out of 4. We have 4, 6, 11, and 14.
These are the worst. Can't decide if that would work or not.
Then the transworld watch to get pictures of everything. Doodle Flar. Doodle Flar? Where the fuck did he go?
Alright, ladies in the kitchen.
It's on the way out.
Alright, it looks like it came out very well.
Yay!
This is obviously not cleaned out, but there's also not really any clay to clean out, just some plaster chips. But here is the foam piece. Came out very well.
Oh, would you ever want to do like how at Disney they have like the reverse busts so that they like look like they're following you?
I don't know. Some other people. Larry Kirshner has that in his haunt. I don't think it turned out that well. So, problem is you have to be pretty far away from it to work.
Oh yeah.
His are right up on him. So here is inside of that mold. And you can see this mold is a beast compared to the other one. And you can see there's no plaster showing through this fucker. No holes in it, no problems. Perfect mold.
You know,
And Chris, look, this one's gonna be super easy to pour, man. You won't have to worry about rolling shit. Look at it.
That is nice.
It's a nice bowl for you.
Do you know when this got ordered?
That's a cool one.
Oh, I have no idea. So
Making that?
he said, I ordered a custom mask to look like this. I don't know if he just ordered it. Maybe that's what that email was. I can look it up. I have access to Equid.
Yeah, I don't know.
I kind of just said it.
So, that's our mold.
What the fuck are these streams?
Grin mold.
Comments.
First ever foam master mold done. I'm gonna hang this up on the wall because we could reuse this. Now, one thing I'm noticing is that this foam is coming away from my mask. So
Justin, no.
I don't think that's a huge problem, but maybe it will be someday. But I think we need to clean this off as well. Spray it off. So we can keep this. Now, granted, if I need to, I can make another foam master out of this. So,
The charger's
yeah,
still
look,
in
look how
Justin.
nice this mold is.
One of the chargers. The one
Sturdy.
with the green, the
Just
white.
pour this up with fucking latex. You're good to go.
It's one thing with the plaster mold. We need to switch over to resin.
Yeah.
Learn how to do resin. That way they can be like 5 pounds.
Yeah, but see, the problem is with resin, you can't do a dwell.
Okay.
Because what makes a dwell work
Is the fact
and it
is the
sucks
fact that that your plaster absorbs moisture.
Oh, is that why it would take forever for the resin to, when we did the latex stuff?
Yep, exactly. So it won't build up the thickness like the plaster does.
Oh, okay.
So mask molds and stuff will never.
Either that or just go back to making them really, really thin and just redoing them every
No.
week or so.
Jesus, that is not cost effective. All right.
Here, ready?
So are we done for the night?
Yeah.
All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.
Sorry, I didn't get my.
All right, guys. So that's gonna be it for tonight. We're gonna close up, clean up everything. Thank you guys very much for watching. We will be back out here tomorrow.
Amps it runs.
Again, I'm also working on another vlog, more stuff that happens that doesn't happen here. So, anyway, thank you guys very much. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm Justin Hill. This is my crew. You stay scary.